Kindergarten, our story this week is called Building with Dad. Our author is Carol Nevius. Can you whisper into your hand what the author does? And now put it into your ear so it goes into your brain. Kindergarten, I think that you put in your brain that the author writes the words. Good job. Let's go ahead and see what's next. Our illustrator is Bill Thompson. Can you please whisper into your hand again what the illustrator does? Put it in your other ear so it goes into your brain. And I think that time you said that the illustrator draws the pictures. Good job, kindergarten. Here we go. Perfect. Let's go for a ride, my dad says to me. I'll show you the spot where your new school will be. Would you like to help? You can visit the site. We'll check the construction to make sure it's right. Whoa, have you ever been with your dad or your mom to their job? That would be super cool if you got to go and see what they did. We wait till the groundbreaking work has begun. Watch bulldozers roar, pushing dirt. Diesels run. What do you think diesel means? What do you think that word means? Diesels run. A diesel would be any kind of machine that takes a special kind of gas called diesel fuel. So think about like semi-trucks. A semi-truck takes a special kind of gas. It's diesel fuel. That's not the same kind of gas that your grown-up puts in their car. I don't put diesel fuel in my car. It would hurt my car. Diesel fuel has to go in big, heavy equipment, big, heavy machines like this bulldozer or a semi-truck. We ride in a dump truck that's bringing in fill. I push the red button to make the rocks spill. Have you ever seen anything come rumbling out of a dump truck? It can be quite loud. I help Dad's mechanic. We count all her wrenches and watch as the backhoe digs long pipeline trenches. So there is one of those machines, not an excavator for this one, but a backhoe. A backhoe is helping to dig a trench. When I was a kid, my dad used to let me help him on the backhoe. We were very safe and very careful about it, and I always made sure I was there with my grown-up. It was a good time. At noon, horns toot toot. The crew needs to eat. Dad lets me climb up in the earth mover seat. Ooh, what do you think they're going to have for lunch? What would you pack if you were at a construction site? I don't think there'd be any microwaves or refrigerators around, so you'd have to think of something that could last all morning. Dad's giant grader smooths over the ground. His steamroller follows to crush the dirt down. So now they've got to smooth down all the dirt. So first they had to dig the trenches. Then they had to lay out all this other gravel that they needed before they start pouring the cement. And now they are smoothing out all the ground around it. And kindergarten, I don't know if you can see, but the shape of this roll on the front of this steamroller is a cylinder. Cement mixer turns out gray glop by the yard. The foundation forms. It sets up and dries hard. So here is our cement mixer. The cement mixer mixes up all of the cement. And then when it comes out, it's going to build the foundation. It's going to be part of the foundation. Do you know which part of a building is the foundation? We talked about how when we build, we have to start at the bottom and work our way up. So we dug out the trenches, we smoothed out the dirt all around, and now we're building the foundation. The foundation is on the bottom. That's the part of a house or a building that makes it stand, so it's nice and firm. Think about like a tree trunk, the bottom part of a tree. A tree trunk is nice and firm, and it's strong. That way the tree can stand tall. Same thing with a foundation. We need a strong foundation, a strong bottom part, so it can stand tall, the whole building. Cranes are like arms, lifting girders and brick. Crews bolt, nut, and mortar them solid and thick. So you can see the shadow right here. They're building the outline, kind of like the outline of the building, of the school. Zip, zap, the power tools fasten the ply. The new roof is waterproof. School will be dry. Could you imagine if you had a roof made out of something that wasn't waterproof? Let's think of something that's not waterproof. What about paper? What happens to paper when it gets wet? It starts to break apart, tear apart, and then the water will come through. So when we have a new building or any building, we need a nice waterproof roof. That means the water can't get through. We want to stay dry in school, don't we? Could you imagine trying to learn when you are soaking wet? I don't think that'd be very comfortable. The frames are the rib bones, a skeleton wall, outlining the classrooms, the gym, and the hall. Ooh, the rib bones, they're outlining, they said. So they're not full walls yet. Inside a wall, you have these things called studs. So you have your wall, and then inside, you have all of these. Usually in a house, they're wooden. They're made out of wood. These look like they're made out of metal, though. And those are what's inside your walls to make sure they stand nice and tall. So it is kind of like they're outlining them. It's like they are the rib bones. Inside your body, you have your skeleton, all of your bones. On top of your bones, you have your muscle and your skin. And that's kind of what happens with a wall. You have all of these outlines inside a wall, all of these studs, and then on top of that, you put drywall, and then paint, fun paint, maybe purple paint. The team works inside, welding pipes using fire, sealing windows and tile, running cables and wire. What do you think we need cables and wire for in a school? Why would we need cables and wire? Oh, think about what we use in school. If we don't know something, we look it up on the internet. What about our lights? We need cables and wire for our lights. It brings in electricity. And for the internet, we bring in an internet cord. That helps us get the internet. So we need cables and wire for our electricity and for the internet. The teachers have meetings. So true, we do have meetings. Dad's last workers rush. Our waxed floors are gleaming. The toilets all flush. Good, we need the toilets to flush, don't we? Oh my goodness, could you imagine kindergarten? Very cool. So it looks like they're almost ready. Look. What can he see down here? Here's our boy. And what can he see in the floor? He can see his reflection. Ooh, we talked about reflection. The bucket truck lifts us to check the new sign. I spell out each letter. S-C-H-O-O-L. I'm proud this school's mine. Are you proud to go to our school, kindergarten? I'm proud of our school too. I think we have a great school. Construction is finished. Dad packs his last tool. The children arrive. It's the first day of school. Oh, look at that. Brand new school. Whoa. And when I'm a grown-up, I hope I will be a builder like Dad, but a helper like me. The end. Very nice, kindergarten. Thank you for reading with me today.